I mentioned before, we're going to talk about range of motion, not only laying supine or on your back in the bed, but also in a wheelchair. For particularly the legs and the hips, it's preferable to do it in bed on their back. However, there's times where you'll need to do it in a wheelchair or in a seated position. So we're going to again start out with the feet and work our way up to the hip. What you'll want to do is get a chair that you can sit in. Okay, don't try this on your knees because it's just not healthy for your knees. You'll end up with contractures on your knees and you'll end up having some range of motion needed for yourself. So be good to your body. Get a chair that you can sit in. And we're going to again start out with the feet. So in this case, you'll find that people will have tight knees a lot of times and their knees are already contracted. If you bring the leg up to here and it will not straighten out anymore, the person may not be a good candidate for range of motion with their legs in seated position. Okay, so if the knee does come out like this easily, then what you can do is grasp the leg here, or what I like to do is rest the person's leg on your thigh right here so they can relax, okay, and you can also relax as well. And we're going to start with ankle dorsiflexion, or bringing that ankle up to stretch out the heel cord muscle group here. Again, you're going to grasp the heel cord in the same manner. Going to allow the foot right up against your forearm. The other hand supports gently on top of the ankle, and we stretch here like that and hold it 3 to 5 seconds and come back. Now this muscle group is a muscle group that will very commonly, with about 2 to 3 seconds of constant stretch, you'll feel it release, and you'll feel it all of a sudden, oh, there it goes, and you'll feel that. And the person will say, as you talk to the person, how does that feel, Lindsay? Is that okay? And I say, does it hurt?
Nope.
Can you feel a stretch?
Yes.
But it's not a painful stretch.
Nope.
Okay. Ask questions just like that with those responses, a green light to continue. And then you hold it. Make sure you're sitting with good posture. Slouched over, you're going to have back problems in the future. Protect your body, good posture, and stretch and hold. This is a great stretch. You can communicate, talk to the person about their family, the weather, football, whatever they're interested in, and you can stretch. And if they have their mind off of things and they'll relax, talk about something pleasant, you know, Bermuda on the beach, whatever it is, and stretch the person. Having that rapport with the person you're stretching makes a big difference on how well they relax and stretch. It should be an enjoyable thing for both of you in that regard. So we're going to go from the ankle and up into the knee and the hip. As you remember, when the person is laying down on the bed, we bring the knee up towards the chest and we get hip motion as well as knee motion. Now in a seated position, this may be a problem getting the knee up. It may not be comfortable, so be cautious with this. We're going to support under the knee with your one arm, one hand, and the other one on the foot. Underneath the heel is a good position, okay? And make sure your body posture is good, and we bring it up. How does that feel, Lindsay? It's okay? Okay, if I bring the foot in this direction, that's okay? Good, and we come out. And we go at a cadence or speed, just like this. Stretch and hold. Good. Are you breathing, Lindsay?
Yes, I am.
Don't hold your breath. If their face starts turning red, you know they're holding their breath. Get them to laugh a little bit. That forces them to breathe. Talk to them. Okay. And back. Okay. And that's about as much as you can do in a seated position with the legs. Okay. And the next step is get your stool, your chair away. We're going to move up to the hand, arm, and shoulder. Okay, this you can do in a standing position typically. It's a very nice way to do the arm. In some ways it's better to do the arm in a seated position versus in bed. Again, I'm going to start from the hand, the fingers, and work my way up through the shoulder. So in this position, you can just allow the person to relax. You feel comfortable, Lindsay? Okay. And just grab the hand. You can work with their hand a little bit, just get a feel how tight it is. Just relax, take a breath, Lindsay, and then again we're going to extend the fingers or open the palm up. Okay, you can grab all the fingers together. If you feel one or two tight fingers, you can allow the tight ones and just work the other ones. These are gentle stretches. Any pain, Lindsay?
No.
Okay, do you feel a stretch?
Yes.
Does it feel good?
Yep.
Okay. And we can do that 3 to 5 times. And then we can go to a fist or flexion for the fingers, and bring these in gently. You'll get a feel for the fingers, and particularly if you work with the same person day after day, you'll get a very good handle on exactly how far they range without thinking about it too much. And then we stretch in. Oftentimes, fingers coming together is not a problem. Okay, it's typically bringing fingers apart where you need to stretch. We're going to go down to the wrist. Again, placement of the hand. Your fingers are going the palm of the wrist, the thumb on the back, not the wrist on the palm, and the thumb on the back of the palm. Okay, and the other hand will just grasp gently on the wrist below, and we'll extend the wrist. Allow the fingers to bend. Let the fingers go where they like to. We're working on the wrist, not the fingers. And flex. Usually going up is a little more tight than going down. And up and hold and stretch. Down and stretch. No pain with that, Lindsay?
No.
And right from there we can go into pronation and supination. Again, right now she's in pronation, palm is down. And we're going to rotate up and down. Now, if the person can very easily do this, you don't need to spend as much time stretching it because there's no stretch. But if you get halfway through and it becomes, oh, it's not going any farther than this, and that's not normal, so we'll gently stretch. How does that feel, Lindsay? And relax, hold it 3 to 5 seconds. If you feel it release, like I talked about before, then you'll want to stretch a little bit more and a little bit more. I have worked with some aides where they were stretching and the stretch was difficult and it didn't range out the way it should, and they thought the idea was range of motion means let's gain the range of motion. But do not do that, particularly if the person is experiencing pain. Respect that pain and just work pain-free range. Okay, let's go up to the elbow. Okay, the elbow, let's see, what we're going to do is thumb up. Okay, think about thumb up as opposed to this direction. That changes the mechanics in the shoulder in particular. So that's just a good rule of thumb when we're going to work with the shoulder as well as the elbow. One hand is above the elbow. You can go this direction or this way. Okay, or the other one is at the wrist or just below the wrist. Okay, when I flex the elbow or bring the hand toward the shoulder, I like to have this hand palm up. You'll get a feel for this real quickly once you do it a couple times. I'm going to stretch it this direction. Oftentimes this will go easily. This is the direction again where the contraction may be. Now if there is a contracture there and you have to stretch it and you're working real hard here, take advantage of the armrest. Okay, make sure it's a padded armrest. You can put a towel there so it's comfortable. And then we stretch here and stretch it and let it go all the way out. And then we can come up to here. Okay, we'll do that 3 to 5 repetitions. Okay, we're going to move up to the shoulder joint. In the seated position, you're going to take the hand or the shoulder that is closest to you, her right shoulder, my left hand, and you'll place your hand right over the shoulder joint, nice and gently, just so you have a feel for that shoulder. Okay, you can talk to the person again and get them relaxed. Make sure they're breathing, and we're going to bring up and make sure that the person has their palm up. That'll make sure that their thumb is up. Okay, and we're going to go up this way. And right about to here, we don't want to go up close to their ear. That's higher than we need to go for range of motion in this population. So we're going to stretch it up. How you doing, Lindsay?
Great.
Okay, do you feel stretched there?
Yep.
Okay, is that okay?
Yep.
Start to hurt yet?
No.
Okay, tell me when it starts to hurt.
That's good.
Okay, then we're going to go back down. Alright, we're going to go up to that same amount. If it's already up close to their eye level, there's no sense in trying to go any farther than that. If you have someone that comes up to here and it's tight, can I go any farther than that, Lindsay?
Mm-hmm.
No? Does it hurt?
Yep.
Okay, let's go back down, relax a little bit. Okay. Talk about the weather a little bit, get them to relax, feel the muscles are tight, and we'll go into it a little bit more. And now she's going a little bit further this time, is that okay?
Yes.
Is it starting to hurt a little bit?
No.
No? And then back down. Okay, now I didn't go all the way up, and we can work into it a little bit at a time. Now this is for the shoulder as well as any other joint. You may have responses similar to this where it may go a little bit more each time, and that's a very successful stretch. Okay? Then from that point we're going to go to the last stretch is shoulder abduction going straight out to the side. Now in this you're going to need to take the arm and let it down here over the top of the armrest. Again, same hand placement with your left arm, left hand, and grab above the elbow. Don't try and range here because the elbow will influence the range of motion, you won't get the quality that you need. So we want here, again, and we're gonna come up here and stretch, okay? Here's 90 degrees. You want to get there at least, typically, unless it's painful. Now if you get up to here any farther than this, okay, so their elbow's about even with their ear, that's about as far as you really need to go in this population. Okay, so you're gonna go up to here, but do not push this one especially. How does that feel, Lindsay, when we get to there? Okay, tell me when it starts to hurt.
That's good.
Okay, there, and then we'll go back down. So we know where the painful point is. This time I kind of know. I'm gonna stop there and again. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a little more. And I'm already as high as I want to go, so I'm not even going to push anymore. Okay, and up 3 to 5 repetitions. All right, there you go. And again, make sure you talk to your client, to the resident you're working with, get to know them. These things can be a fun activity, time for you to relax, let them relax, do your job well, and it works out well to build a good rapport for everyone involved. And that's all we have today. Thank you.